All right, so have you seen this? AGI New Bot Studio. They're making some pretty wild claims.
Yeah, world's first AGI-powered studio, huh? Bold move.
Right. Like, how can you not be at least a little curious, but also like, come on, really?
Yeah.
AGI.
Yeah, the skepticism is understandable. World's first always makes you raise an eyebrow.
For sure.
Especially with something as insanely complex as AGI. I mean,
exactly.
Most AI we see out there, it's like a one-trick pony, right? Like, amazing at that one thing.
Yeah.
But ask it to do something outside its lane, crickets. AGI, that's like aiming for an AI that's not just a chess master, but also a poet, a physicist, you name it.
Yeah, it's about that human-like ability to jump between totally different things, learn anything.
Exactly. Adapt on the fly. That's the dream.
And this studio is basically saying, we did it, we solved it, it's here.
Pretty much. And their website, gotta give them props, it's slick, very professional.
Oh, for sure.
They're really pushing this human creativity meets AGI angle, name dropping some big names as founders.
Yeah, it feels very much creative agency, less tech startup, which strategically, I get it.
Oh yeah, smart marketing.
But let's cut through the jargon for a sec. What are they actually offering?
So their bread and butter seems to be this massive range of content creation services.
Okay, how massive are we talking?
And I mean massive, like everything from, your standard blog posts and presentations to, wait for it, novels.
Okay, see, now that's where I need some convincing. Even with all the AI writing tools popping up, nailing long form, like an actual novel, feels like a whole other ball game.
Totally.
Okay.
And it's not just about stringing sentences together, right? It's plot, characters, pacing, voice, things even human authors struggle with.
For sure. And they're not stopping there. They've got prompt to movie script, prompt to screenplay. Are they seriously saying they can automate Hollywood now?
Seems like it. And that raises the question, what's their metric for success? Just replicating the format of a screenplay? Or are they saying their AI understands things like, subtext, humor, dramatic tension? That's high-level stuff.
See, and knowing you, I had to bring that up. Mm-hmm. Imagine feeding this AI, I don't know, a prompt for like a gritty crime thriller, cyberpunk setting.
Okay, yeah.
Could it capture that atmosphere, the moral ambiguity, the complex characters? Or would it be some generic action flick with robots and explosions?
Right. Huge difference between technically sound and genuinely good storytelling. Big question mark if their AGI can bridge that gap, assuming it even exists.
So that's their content creativity category, which color me skeptical.
Yeah, fair.
But they don't stop there, do they?
Oh, no. They are just getting started.
Oh, boy.
And this is where it gets even more ambitious, shall we say. Next up, audio creativity. And not just your average text-to-speech stuff. We're talking audio visualizer, whatever that is, and dramatic audio that supposedly turns any text into like a full-on audio drama.
All right, now you've got my attention. Let's unpack these.
So this audio visualizer thing, it's a little vague, but basically it's about turning audio into visuals.
Okay, so not like making a music video or anything.
No, more like imagine uploading a song and instead of just seeing like the waveform, you get this whole visual representation of the different frequencies, the instruments, even like the emotions in the music.
Whoa, okay, so less about traditional video and more like digital synesthesia almost.
Right, synesthesia, that whole thing where one sense can trigger another.
Some people see sounds as colors, right?
Exactly, so if this audio visualizer can tap into that, even in a simulated way,
that's pretty wild. I'll give them that.
it could be really cool, artistically speaking.
Okay, but then there's dramatic audio.
Yeah.
Which is a whole other beast. They're saying they can take any text, like a novel, even a PDF, and turn it into a full-blown audio drama, like with voice acting and everything.
Yep. Yeah, that one's interesting because it's not just audio processing. It's about taking written words and figuring out not just what they say, but the tone, the intention.
Sarcasm, humor, all that.
Exactly. All those little things that make dialogue sound natural, human.
So not just slapping different voices on different characters, but actually making them sound like those characters, giving them personality.
Right, and that takes serious AI chops because you need to understand not just language, but psychology, dramatic structure, pacing, rhythm.
It's like asking an AI to be a director, voice actor, and sound engineer all at once.
Pretty much.
Which honestly might be even harder than writing a novel in the first place. At least with text, there's room for interpretation.
Yeah.
But with audio, it's all right there. The tone, the delivery, the music.
If it's off, it's really obvious.
Exactly. So this dramatic audio, if they can actually pull that off, even a little bit, with the nuance, the emotion, that's That's a game changer.
Potentially, yeah. How we consume stories, information, everything could be different.
Okay, I'm sold. But they're not done yet, are they? Image and video is next.
Of course not. Image and video creativity, and you know it's not going to be simple stuff.
Oh, I'm sure.
We're talking 3D architectural visualization, from floor plans, generating animations in 2D and 3D, even creating images from text descriptions, photorealistic ones.
Hold up. So you're saying I could give this AI a paragraph and it'll generate a movie quality image?
That's the claim, yeah.
That's insane.
And it's a whole different ballgame from what we're seeing with most AI image generators. It's like going from finger painting to like having a whole digital art studio.
The level of detail, the composition, the lighting, it's a lot to process.
For sure. And it shows how fast this tech is moving. We're going from using AI for content to using it with content, like a partner.
And that's exciting, but also kind of scary, right?
Totally. And I think that leads us perfectly into the last category on their website, avatar creativity, because things are about to get weird, like really weird.
AI influencers, AI teachers, it's like Black Mirror, but in real life.
It really is. And the tech behind it, it's pretty mind-blowing, honestly.
Yeah, avatar creativity, AI influencers, AI teachers. Are we sure we're ready for this? It feels a little, I don't know.
Right. Straight out of science fiction.
Yeah, exactly.
But the tech, I mean, it's impressive. We're talking about taking all those advancements in image generation, video, the realism, the animation.
But making it look real, that's one thing.
Exactly. But then you have to layer on the personality, the mannerisms, the way they move, interact.
Because otherwise it's just a really fancy puppet.
Exactly. So then we're talking about programming things like tone of voice, body language, even those little micro expressions.
The things that make us see something as human, even if it's not.
And that's where it gets really complicated. You need natural language processing, emotional intelligence, maybe even some psychology in there.
So it's not just about giving these avatars synthetic looks. It's giving them a synthetic, like, soul, which is kind of wild.
It really is. And it brings up a ton of questions about, like, representation, who gets to decide what these avatars look like, sound like.
Whose values are baked in, right? Are they just going to reinforce existing biases?
Exactly. And we haven't even touched on the whole uncanny valley thing.
Oh, yeah. We've all seen those CGI characters that are almost there, but something's just a little off.
Right. Now imagine that, but it's an AI influencer trying to sell you something.
Would you trust it? I don't know.
It's one thing for an AI to write a blog post, even a song, but when you're creating something meant to interact with us on a personal level.
Yeah, that's different. It's getting real.
And honestly, before we even get there, I keep thinking about those testimonials on their website.
Oh, yeah. All those happy customers raving about the results.
Right. And it makes you wonder, what's the catch? How much human input is involved? Is it really as simple as typing a prompt and you're done?
It's like those cooking shows. They show you the final dish, but not the hours of prep, the mistakes.
Exactly. So, yeah, the testimonials are great, but they only tell one side of the story.
So where does that leave us? We've got this company, AGI Newbot Studio. They're making some big promises about their AGI.
They've got a vision, that's for sure. AI as a creative partner, a digital workforce, maybe even, I don't know, companions?
It's a lot, and it's moving fast, but that's kind of the point about AGI, right? It's not just about the tech, it's about redefining what's possible.
And whether this company can pull it off, who knows? But they've definitely got people talking.
That's for sure. So for you, dear listener, there you have it, AGI Newbot Studio. Maybe they're on to something revolutionary. Maybe it's all smoke and mirrors. But either way, you've now had a glimpse into the future, and hopefully you've got a healthy dose of curiosity and a healthy dose of skepticism, because things are about to get very, very interesting.